Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Hold My Purse, the podcast where we drop all the emotional baggage, prioritize ourselves, and walk through life with intention. I'm your host, Ro, and I'm so excited to kick off season 2 with y'all. Now, if you're tuning in today, it means you stuck with me through a bit of a break. And for that, I am so incredibly grateful. You see, I took some time off to pause, to rebrand, to refocus, and honestly to just rethink not just this podcast, but honestly my entire approach to self-care and my life. And I know I'm not alone here. I'm sure many of you listening have gone through or are in the middle of a similar season of figuring out how to get back to what feels real. And that, my friends, is what this season is about. Authenticity, honesty, and living the life we deserve on our terms. You see, I started Hold My Purse with a mission. And that mission was to help all of us, especially the self-care warriors, to find balance and joy, peace, and self-love. The show was born out of my own struggles. But somewhere along the way, I felt like I needed to dig deeper, to challenge myself and make sure I wasn't just doing this for the sake of just doing it, but because it was feeding my soul and hopefully yours too. So I took some time off to sit with myself, to rethink, and to come back to you all with a message that's truly aligned with where I am right now. And that is hoping to inspire you to live your best life. And the truth is, life's been freaking lifing. Just like I'm sure it's lifing for you. Maybe you're in the season of figuring out what you want. Maybe you're coming out of a relationship, changing jobs, navigating parenthood, or even just learning to say no to things that drain you and your soul. And that's where the magic happens. When we pause to reflect on what's working, what isn't, and where we want to go next. With that said, this season of Hold My Purse is going to be a whole hell of a lot different. We're going deeper into real conversations, sex, dating, work-life balance, personal growth, you name it, we gonna tackle it. No more of the surface level shit. I'm keeping it real. And we're diving into what it really means to make yourself a priority. And trust me, it's not all bubble baths and wine nights, but we'll throw in those in the mix. We're going to talk about the uncomfortable stuff, the messy parts of growth, the moments where self-care isn't pretty, but it's necessary. And we're going to celebrate those moments because that's where the real transformation happens. One thing I've realized is how powerful it is to share the journey. I may be the one talking into this mic right now, but we're all in this together. So throughout this season, I want to hear from you. Send me your stories, your challenges, your wins. Let's build a community of self-care warriors together because there's strength in our shared experiences. Let's dive right into season 2. This is your season, my friends, to reclaim your time, your energy, and your peace. And I'm going to be right there with you, holding your hand, or should I say, holding your purse every step of the way. Now, before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you love what you hear, leave a review. Share it with someone who needs to be a part of this self-care tribe. The more the merrier, because we're in this together. Now let's get into it. Welcome, my friends, to season 2, where we're dropping the baggage one episode at a time. All right, so let's get real right away. I took a break. I decided to hit pause. I decided to step back from this podcast, from the hustle, and just allow myself some space to breathe. And I'll be honest, it was not easy. We live in a world that celebrates constant movement like we're supposed to be on all the damn time, right? But that wasn't serving me anymore. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. I needed time to reflect and refocus. And I wasn't just taking a break for the sake of taking a break. I was reclaiming myself, my energy, my creativity, and my sense of purpose. And today, I want to talk about why it's okay to do that. In fact, I would argue it's necessary. I think we've all been there, feeling like we're going through the motions, checking off tasks, showing up for everyone but ourselves. And somehow we think that's okay. But I'm here to tell you it's not. And it's not sustainable. We burn out, we lose focus, and before we know it, we're just surviving instead of thriving. And that's why it's so important to pause. Taking a break doesn't mean you're weak or lazy or you're giving up. It means you're strong enough to recognize when you need to step back and recharge. So this break was about realigning and getting back to my true self. I needed the space to reflect on what was important in my life, including this podcast. And I started a new job back in May after being unemployed for 8 freaking months. And that was such a blessing, but it also brought a lot of new challenges. I love my job and I'm so grateful to work with some of the kindest people. But I realized real quick how much energy I was pouring into both the podcast and my new role. And I'm here to tell you they were competing priorities, and I knew I couldn't give 100% to both without first finding my flow. And that's when I decided to pause and focus on getting settled into the new industry. But during that time, I realized something important. I wasn't being my authentic self on the damn podcast. I realized how I felt scripted. Like I needed to come off from a place of authority when in reality, I'm just like everybody else. I'm a single mom navigating life and figuring this shit out as I go. And I don't want to pretend to be something I'm not. I want to share experiences, not be an expert. I want this podcast to be a place where we can connect over real life without the shoulds or the pressure to be perfect. I also realized that my audience might not be the people I was expecting. My friends and family aren't necessarily who this podcast is for. And that's okay. Instead, I realized I needed to connect with like minded people who resonate with the message of self care and intentional living. I realized I don't need to force a tribe. The right people will come when I'm being my true self. And then, of course, there's my little love bug, Aria. She's such a huge part of my life, and I want her to be a part of this journey too, but only if she wants to. My hope is that by sharing her voice now, she'll grow up knowing how important it is to live an authentic and unapologetic life. In a nutshell, y'all, this pause allowed me to realign with my vision for this podcast as well as my life. It gave me the clarity I needed to move forward with intention and authenticity. And that's the energy I'm bringing into season 2: honesty, vulnerability, and connection. No more pretending, no more shoulds, just me, you, and the realness of life. Now, let's be real. Taking a break sounds great, but it's not always easy. There's a lot of guilt that comes with it, especially for women. We've been conditioned to believe that if we're not constantly doing something productive, we're somehow failing. And honestly, I felt that guilt too. I worried about letting people down, about losing momentum, and about all the shoulds I was ignoring. But guess what? Those shoulds, they weren't serving me. And they're probably not serving you either. The truth is, rest is productive and reflection is essential. Think about it. When was the last time you really allowed yourself to take a break without guilt? And I'm not talking about just a vacation or a weekend off, but real time to disconnect and focus on you. One thing I realized during this time off is that self care isn't just about pampering. Sure, bubble baths and spa days are nice, but real self care goes a hell of a lot deeper. It's about taking care of your emotional, mental, and spiritual health. Let me repeat, it's about taking care of your emotional, mental, and spiritual health. Sometimes self care looks like a hard conversation with yourself. It's facing the things you have been avoiding. And that's why taking a break can be so powerful. It gives you the space to look at what's really going on around you. Maybe there are things in your life you need to let go: relationships, habits, expectations from other people. Sometimes we're carrying things that just don't belong to us. We don't even realize it because we're too busy to stop and see. One thing I have been working on is letting go of overthinking. The worry is not, it's not my burden to bear. My job is to live in the moment and not worry about the past. And I overthink that a lot, but I'm getting better. I'm working on my shit. When you take that pause, you're giving yourself the chance to reclaim your energy and refocus on what matters most. It's about owning your time and your decisions. And let me tell you, that that is powerful. So whether you're navigating a new job or ending a relationship or just trying to find your balance, taking a break is often the first step towards reclaiming your life. It's not about giving up. It's about making room for what's meant for you. So, friends, I want to ask you, what do you need to reclaim? Where in your life are you pushing yourself too hard? What would it look like to hit pause for a bit, to reflect, and to come back stronger? This week, I want to encourage you to take some time for yourself. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. Maybe it's a few hours of quiet reflection, or maybe it's just saying no to something that's draining your energy. Whatever it is, do it without any guilt. Do it knowing that you're making space for your growth, clarity, and peace. And I want to hear from you. If you've taken a break or feel like you need one, share your story with me. Please send me a message. Drop me a comment on Instagram or send me an email. Let's support each other through this journey of reclaiming ourselves. All right, up next, Aria speaks. How's it going, Aria?
Good.
So you just had a birthday. You turned 7. What did you do?
I went to Knott's Berry Farm.
And how was it?
Good.
What'd you get on? Did you get on any good roller coasters?
I got on the Camp Snoopy one, that green one that I didn't want to get on.
Oh, the last time we went? Was it fun? Okay.
Because I didn't like the sound of the squeak, but they returned it. That's why it was closed on that time.
Oh,
on the different time. That's why. And then do you know that big brown swing?
Oh yeah, the big one, like the boat, like the boat.
Yeah.
It's like a boat, right? Did you get on that? Was it scary? Did it tickle your tummy? Did it make your tummy tickle?
Wait, that big boat?
Yeah.
No, I didn't get on that, but I did get on the big swing set. And it was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Zach was holding on to me and he almost got hit on the knee.
So you had a lot of fun?
Yes, and I was flying like a bird.
So did you get on the one ride where you kind of lay on your tummy and you go like this?
Yes.
Yeah. And you went with, who'd you go with? Zach and who else?
Emery.
Emery. And who's Emery?
She's my best friend and she's in 4th grade.
Oh, so she's older.
She's in, wait, what's my teacher's name again? Mr. Ocklaford.
Oh, that's a big name. Okay. So you had a good time at Knott's?
Yes.
And what did you get for your birthday?
I got slime, of course.
Slime! You and slime. Oh my God. Why do you love slime so much? I'm just curious. Tell us why you love slime so much.
Because whenever I would have a play day with Julie, I would just bring my slime, and then whenever it gets like overactivated, I would just have her fix it for me.
Okay.
And then it will be fine again.
And so what does it mean when you say overactivated?
Overactivated means it's like it's super melted and it's all sticky to your hands.
Oh.
That's what overactivated means.
Okay, I didn't know
that. And sometimes it gets rippy sometimes if you overactivate.
So can you fix that? I mean, because you and Julie make the slime. You don't go to the store and buy it.
You have to put shaving cream in it. If you
Wait, slime is made of shaving cream?
Sometimes.
Really?
Yes, you can use that. Because that's how you make slime fluffy.
Wow.
You use shaving cream.
Okay, I got a slime education today.
And yesterday, when I got my teeth filled in, I got a squishy that had slime in it. I just cut it open and it was green, and then I just mixed it with butter slime, and it felt so good after.
Really?
Yes, if you touch it. It's at home.
Okay. So tell us about what happened with your tooth, because when you came over yesterday, I think it was yesterday, you were like, I had to go to the dentist. So what happened with your tooth?
So during school on that day, I was walking it was when the bell rings on the end of the day. I was walking to after school, and then I think there's this part that was like unloose, and then I I thought I felt food, but then I pushed it and it got off, and then that rock, it was a part of that, and now I had to fill it back in.
Oh, so did you bite something, or it just came loose?
It just came unloose.
Oh, wow. Did it hurt?
No.
Okay. And so then you went to the dentist, and what did they do?
So they had to check x-rays, and I think they had to scan my teeth.
Okay.
And they had to clean my teeth, and then they put in this thing that like pops it, like it sounds like popcorn, and then they fill it in.
Okay.
And it did not hurt at all.
Oh, I'm glad it didn't hurt.
Because I thought it was going to hurt at first, but I believed in myself, so I just did it.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, girl. Do you remember that time when we were at Knott's and we were on, I think, the water ride? And we were going down, we were with Paris, and we were going down, and what happened?
My tooth fell out.
Yeah, you were like, my tooth came out, and we didn't want you to lose it or swallow it. So I said, Paris, grab her tooth. And so Paris grabbed her, you passed your tooth to Paris, and we put it in the pocket. I was like, we can't lose a tooth for the tooth fairy. Next thing you know, we were like, shh, going down.
Me and Emery did not get on it this time. Well, my mom and Zach got on it.
Oh, you didn't get on it for your birthday?
Emery did not want to get wet, or me, because I didn't feel like it. Because Emery really wanted to go on the water raft ride, so my mom and Zach just got on the log ride. But I don't think we were able to go on the raft ride because it looked fun. Because you get at the end, there's like a drop, and you get squirted with water. Didn't we get on that ride? No,
we got on it at Cedar Point. We went to Ohio. Yeah, we got on it. You are funny. You're funny. All right. Well, I think that's it, girl. All right, y'all. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in to this first episode. We got a new space going on here. I'm so excited for what's to come, and I'm so grateful to be on this journey with all of you. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review if you enjoyed today's episode, and share this podcast with someone who might need a reminder that it's okay to take a break. Until next time, my fabulous friends, keep holding your purse tight. It holds your essence, your truth, and your joy. Take care of you first. Peace.